So, hello everyone. Today I'm gonna discuss about the last problem from the latest Codeforces round 806, and the problem name is good key, bad key. So yeah. So in this problem, we are given uh, N chest and I chest contain AI coins, and you need to open all the N chest in order from 1 to N, and there are like two types of keys you can use to open a chest. First is good key, which cost k coins to use. It means if you use a good key, then you have to give, or like that will came as a expenses of k coins. And a bad key which does not cost any coins, but it will halve all the coins in each unopened chest, including the chest it is about to open. So what does the bad key do? It will half all the amounts that are unopened in the chest. So yeah, any key, both good and bad, break after a uses. That is, it is one time use, and you can use one key at a time, and after that it will break. And at last, you need to use total n keys, one for each chest. Sorry, and you have no coins and no keys. And if you want to use a guild key, then you need to buy it. And during the process, you are allowed to go in debt. Like if you do not have any money, then you are allowed to go in negative balance. And in the end, you have to calculate maximum number of coins you can have after opening all the n chests in order from 1 to chest end. So yeah, so this is the problem, and now we are gonna discuss the solution. I will highly recommend you to please try to solve by yourself and then watch that tutorial. Okay. So just wait a second. So yeah. So suppose we have chests like uh, containing coins like 4, 6, 7, and 8. Then like you have to open from left to right, like from left to right. You cannot break the sequence. It is also given in the question. And for the like for this for zeroth chest, you can either use a good key or a bad key. Good key or a bad key. Yeah. So if I use a good key here, and suppose my k, uh, if I use a good key here, then this will cost me k coins, and it my profit from here will be 5 minus k. This is the scenario when we use a good key. And suppose instead of using good key, we will use a bad key. And if we use a bad key, then this amount will be half by 2, and all the other amount are also get half. So this will become 2, this is 3, 3, 3, and yeah, and you have to open every chest. You cannot skip a chest without opened. So yeah, in this problem you have to do this thing, and like for every chest we have only two options, either to use a good key or a bad key. So yeah, The catch of the problem is that we can we can use bad key only like 31 times, sorry, 30 times. So maximum times we can use is 30 times. Now you will say like why? So if I suppose use more than 30 times, then 2 raised to the power 31 will be greater than 10 raised to the power 9, and all the amount will become 0. So what I am trying to say is that uh, if I have numbers like big numbers like 10 raised to the power 9, 10 raised to the power 9, and 10 raised to the power 9, and if I already had used 30 keys before, and then for this, like for this I like there is no point of using bad key here, bad key, no point of using bad key here, because 10 raised to the power 9 divided by 10 raised to the power 31 will be 0. So yeah, so all the remaining amount will become 0, and that's the case. And you can like also keep track of uh, good keys, but there can be at max 10 raised to the power 5 good keys, and the our DP solution will give us a TN, because then time complexity will be n square. If you keep track of good keys, then the time complexity will be like n square, because you have to track. So yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that suppose the amount is that, and then what you have to do is, if you keep track of good key, so if you keep track of good key, then this will cost n square, because like for suppose we are at this index at some point, then the good keys, the number of good keys can be from 1 to, sorry, 0 to, and suppose for like for previous stages we can use like at most, like we came here and then we want to find how many good keys we have used till now, and we had not used any key on this, so we can use like 0 to 2 keys, because yeah, we can use all keys like 2 keys, and we can open the previous chest without using good chest. So the number of good keys can be from 0 to 2, and in the worst case the good keys can be n, and like, and then the complexity will be of n square. So for, so like how we will solve this problem using dynamic programming. So let's just see. So the amounts, and so the suppose the chest looks like this. So initially we can use, either take this chest and open this with good and good, or bad, then we can open this with good and bad, and similarly for rest of the chest. So we will try to use dynamic programming and try to solve this question. So let me just open my code. So yeah, so in this code I have initialized a DP, and like here I have set dpij is equals to -1, then I have all the function recur, and like my I will denote the index currently I am at, and bed simply denotes the number of bed key I have used till now. So if so the base condition is if we reach at the end of the array. So suppose if we reach at the end of the chest here, then we just simply return 0 because there is no more chest, so you cannot gain more points. So simply return 0. And if I have like, so what does this mean is this is nothing but memoization, and like this tells that if I had previously visited this dp of I comma bed, then simply uh, return dp of I comma bed, because there is no point of calculating the answer again and again. So yeah, and then we can like, so the first choice is we can use a good key, and if we use a good key, then the answer will be a of I divided by d minus k. So d basically is 1 raised to the 2 raised to the power bed. So bed denotes here the number of bed key which we have previously used. So what I'm trying to say that suppose you came at this and you have already used 2 bed keys, then this will become 6 divided by 2, or 6 divided by 4, and the good key will cost k coins, and then you will check for like other for all the remaining chest, and the answer 2 will simply tell us if I use the bed key on this chest. So if I use the bed key, then the bed key will be like D are the previous, so D tell us the previous amount by which our current chest cost got decreased, and we multiply it by 2 because we are using a one more bed key for this, and then we just plus the bed key here, and then we simply return maximum of answer and answer 2. So answer stores if I used good key on the current chest, and answer 2 stores if I used bad key on the current chest. So yeah,